Hello everyone, my name is Perishalo Prisanana Pantin. I will present about network scanning and enumeration using tools like NetMap, ZMap, or Wireshark. But right now, I will present about use tool Wireshark. So, Wireshark, I must to do identify active device on the network, discover open port, list running service, capture network traffic, analyze suspicious activity, and other functions. The first one is identify active devices on the network. As you guys can see from the slide, UDP port 53 has destination mean SSH service is active or open, and another one is TCP destination port 443 mean SSH service is active or open. After that, discover open port. How to discover the open port? First of all, you guys must look at the protocol column in the capture packet. For example, look for protocol like HTTP port 80, HTTPS port 443, and SSH port 22. If you can see that the HTTP traffic is like port 80, 80 is open. If you see TCP traffic, port 74 is slightly open. For example, like the port 74 that I show on the slide is slightly open. Running service. Running services as a network protocol and application. When Wireshark capture the network traffic, it identifies which protocol and application are involved. For example, it can identify HTTP traffic used for web browsing, SMTP traffic used for email, or SSH traffic used for secure remote access. As you guys can see from the slide, I use the filter TCP, and you guys can see the services of the TCP. Capture network service. To capture network services in Wireshark, you first need to open the application and select the network interface you want to monitor. You can start capturing packet by pressing the Start Capturing Packet button. Wireshark will then display real-time data about the network traffic, allowing you to filter and analyze packets based on various criteria like protocol, port, or source destination IP. For example, filter DNS capture the network services of the network service. Suspicious activity. How we want to know about suspicious activity? Alright, first of all, open the Wireshark. After that, click on the static and then click on the endpoint. After that, click on the suspicious IP address that view on the filter. After that, select the IPv4 and left click it and apply IPv4 as a filter. After that, click selected. Lastly, the filter will show all the activity that capture the IP address of 3.111.224.186, as you guys can see from the slide. Other function of Wireshark. There are so many other functions of Wireshark. For example, follow a stream like TCP, UDP, or HTTP. There are some steps if you want to follow a stream. First of all, capture some packet first. Find a packet you want to follow like TCP packet or HTTP traffic. Right-click the packet. After that, click follow and then TCP stream or UDP stream or HTTP stream depending on packet. Wireshark will open a new window showing the full conversation between the two devices. This is used for sync chat, website requests, and file upload.
Alright, next is task 2, which is planning a comprehensive security policy. In this task, there are 5 different topics, and number 1 is establishing security objective and scope. Objective: protect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability or CIA of company data, prevent unauthorized access to internal networks and sensitive information, and build a resilient environment against internal and external threats. Next is scope: entire internal network infrastructure, all connected device, which is server, workstation, mobile device or IoT, web application, databases, cloud service, and VPN access points. And lastly, it is include with employees, contractor, and third-party vendors accessing company system. Number 2, conduct a risk assessment. The step is first asset identification, which include catalog server, databases, network device, endpoints, and critical applications. Next step is threat identification, and it is included with external attacker, inside attacker, malware, phishing, or misconfiguration. The third one is vulnerability identification. It also includes outdated software, weak password, unpatched system, or open ports. The fourth one is impact analysis, which also include data breaches, financial loss, reputational damage, and legal penalties. And last step is risk evaluation, which prioritize risk based on likelihood and impact. Number 3, list security controls based on identify risks. Technical control: implement network segmentation and firewalls, conduct regular patch management and system updates, enforce strong authentication methods, for example, complex password, intrusion detection and prevention system, or also known as IDS and IPS, secure configuration baseline for system and network device. Next is administrative control. Create and enforce an acceptable use policy, role-based access control or RBAC, and least privilege principle, and regular security audits and compliance checks. And lastly, in this task, which is physical controls, secure server rooms with access cards and surveillance, and visitor management protocol.
And number 4 is provide security awareness training and enforcement recommendation. Training: mandatory cybersecurity training for all employees, like password hygiene and reporting suspicious activities. And then specialized training for all IT and security staff for any incident response and tricks hunting. Second, enforcement: predict simulated phishing exercise, regular assignment and quiz to reinforce learning. And the last one is clearly define disciplinary measure for policy violation. And the last one is planning continuous monitoring and policy review. Monitoring plans, continuous network traffic analysis, and then endpoint detection and response simulation for real-time protection. And then for the last one is policy review. Review and update security policy, be annually or after major incidents. And then adjust control based on evolving threat, technology change, and edit finding. And then the last one is involve key stakeholder in the review process.